Alright guys, so we're gonna talk about conditionals now, including the if statement, elif statement, and else statement. So let's give an example. Print brackets, and then now we're gonna put in the inverted commas and the \n to leave a space in the terminal. We're gonna print out if statement. That's just to make it easier for you guys to see. You don't have to really do that unless you're like coding something for your school project or something. Now we're gonna define the variable num equals int, which we talked about in the last part of this video. Int input, in another bracket, enter a number. Enter a number. There we go. That's gonna be our input statement to the user. And now we're gonna put in the if statement. So if the variable num is greater than 0, okay, don't forget the colons when you're using such statements. Print the statement before we put in the inverted. We're just gonna put num comma num is positive. There we go. So that makes sense, yeah. So what we don't have to define what is greater than 0. Python is smart enough to understand that if it's positive, it's gonna be greater than 0. So it's just gonna print out this statement if the number the user has inputted is a positive number greater than 0. Now we're gonna use elif, which is kind of like a mix of else and if together. So if you would say else if, it's the same thing. Elif num, the variable, is less than 0, with the colon, print num comma is negative. Now we could have just used the else statement here instead of elif, but what I want is I want another condition down here. So that's why I used elif. Now I'm gonna use else here as I want another condition, yeah. So else colon print you entered 0. So now this is just, let's just write the text for this. So now this is just basic common sense, okay? So if the number that you entered is a positive number greater than 0, then print out this statement that the number is positive. If you print a number that's lesser than 0, if you input a number that's lesser than 0, that's obviously negative, so we're gonna print that as negative. Now what's the other else statement is defining something that both of these conditions on top haven't defined, and of course that is gonna be if the user inputs 0. 0 is neither greater than 0, neither less than 0. 0 is equal to 0, and that's the only condition here that the else statement is gonna very smartly think about itself. Okay, that's it. Now we're gonna run. Okay, so now let's input a number. So let's enter 6. 6 is positive. Yep, of course. So that's what we get. Let's run again. Let's enter -7. -7 is negative, of course. Let's run again. 0. You entered 0. Let's go. We got our simple code here, which is so simple, so easy to learn, and this has many uses if you're making anything, school project, app, whatever. Okay, so this is the second part of the video you're watching, and if you're still here, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, please, because 100% of my viewers aren't even subscribed. So we're gonna print brackets \n and for a loop. The \n just leaves a space in the terminal and gives a gap. And then let's define an integer as n. Let's keep it simple. N equals int command again, input in brackets, and then we're gonna enter a \n again because I want a gap, and then we enter a number to print its multiplication table. Oh, whoa. Yep, we're gonna print out a whole multiplication table, and this can be done so simply without having to repeat any numbers or whatever, just using the for loop. So print, print multiplication table of, and then we're gonna put in we're gonna put in another set of inverted commas, comma, n, comma, because we want a space. Okay, that's it. Oh, and in these inverted, I'm just gonna put in a column. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna define the for loop, which is gonna really give us the multiplication table. So we're gonna print in for, that's a loop, for I in range 1, I is basically integer, 1, 11, let's say 11. We can make it 12. Actually, we'll keep it 11 here for simplicity. Okay, now what this does is it prints the multiplication table from 1 to 10. So see, 11 minus 1 is 10. Now what Python does is it takes the number from 1. If we put in 0, it's gonna print in the number times 0, which is just 0. We don't want that. We want the range of 1 and 11. Now the range of between 1 and 11 is 10. So this is just gonna print the multiplication table from 1 to 10. Now we're gonna print brackets n, comma, say x. That will be our multiplication sign here. We just want to show that as our print command. And then another inverted commas to put in equals and comma again, n asterisk I. Okay, so just to run down this code real quick, what we are doing is we take n as a user input of a number, the I in range 1 to 11. So I is another variable that we have defined, not really defined, it's already defined as an integer, and we put that integer in range of 1 to 11, which is basically 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. And then we're gonna print, so we're gonna print out the number, and then x or a multiplication sign, and then an equal sign, and then it's gonna print out the number times the integer, and it's gonna go in loop until it reaches the range. So now let's just try running this. Here we go, for loop. We saw the gap here, that's what the \n does. Enter a number to print its multiplication table. Let's print out 3. Really forgot something here. I'm really sorry about this. There should be an I over here, so that's gonna like give you the number. We almost got it right, just a little bit. There we go. Now I'm gonna put in 3 here. There we go. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. That's it. We got our multiplication table here. I can change the range to 12, will give me to 11. I can change the range to 13, will give me to 12. You can play around with this code as you want. This was just the for loop. The other loops procedures we can talk about in another video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like it. Like, it gives you motivation to make more videos if you guys want to see.